Sometimes I wish I could go back to a time when video games were much simpler. A time when a massive open world map wasn't forced into every game on the market. A time when you could simply dive into action seconds after booting up the game. A time when you didn't have to play online to get the best experience. A time when bugs weren't a tolerated part of a release. Yeah, I know, go back to 1998, old man. That goes against the industry standards today. Well, to that I'll say, I'm fine right here, thanks, as I go play more Hot Wheels Unleashed. Welcome back to No Time Gamer, the channel with reviews, tutorials, and more for the busy gaming life. We're extremely passionate about racing games here at NTG. If you haven't seen any of our other racing game reviews, I'll give you the short summary for now, and you can go watch them later. Most new racing games today belong in a bag at the curb on Thursdays. But something was different this time around when I started playing Hot Wheels Unleashed. There was no laborious, over-dramatized opening sequence to the game that was technically showing me how to play. No characters to follow, no huge map to discover. The game made me choose a car and just go racing. The audacity, right? Once I finished the first race and managed to relax my face from the massive smile that was seemingly stuck there, I realized something. Racing games don't need any of the modern bullshit that's been forced into them. Why not just let the racing speak for itself instead of overcomplicating things with these elements that just waste my time and keep me away from racing? Hot Wheels Unleashed is a no-frills racer that, in my mind, has just bested every other arcade racer for the last several years in one shot. I should probably spend more time going over every single detail of the game rather than just bragging on how good it is, but honestly, there's not a ton of detail for me to cover, and that probably sounds like an undersell, but trust me, this is a good thing. There's a very simple career mode in which you complete races to unlock more races, and you get clear rewards for well-outlined results in each race. You'll encounter boss races along the way that are frustratingly fun. They introduce some really unique challenges to overcome, and trust me, you won't beat them in one shot. Honestly, I'm actually kind of embarrassed to admit how many tries it took me to beat the Ex Machina boss, but I'm not even mad about it because every attempt was more fun than the last. I guess if I had to say something bad about the racing experience itself, it's that sometimes when you fall off the track and have to reset, you're dropped back pretty far and you aren't able to catch the pack. But this is almost a non-issue really because the driving itself is superb. Boosting and drifting are the highlights of the show when it comes to driving, and they couldn't have made it feel any better. And the tracks are absolutely wild. So much so that you're not just limited to sticking with the fastest cars in your collection. Make sure to give those slower cars with more boost a chance because they might be even more powerful than those with higher top speeds. The game does offer online multiplayer, but it seems like at least half of the racers in most lobbies aren't actually racing, and the experience is really only made for the hardcore players. It's something that I personally don't need because the single player modes are so much fun. It does also offer split screen multiplayer, which is never a bad thing. If family time is something that holds you back from gaming, there should probably be a family game night on Hot Wheels Unleashed in your near future. But make sure you play through the career mode a little bit first, as you do have to unlock tracks before they're available for the quick play modes like split screen. There's a couple other cool features to cover. First is the basement. This is a fully customizable environment that allows you to showcase your creativity and personal style in a nifty looking basement adorned with some of your in-game rewards. The coolest part is that your customizations actually affect how the surroundings look when you do races in the basement environment. A definitely neat little touch. There's also a track builder in the game. I didn't spend a ton of time in it yet, but I did spend enough time to build a simple track. It's not difficult to use at all, and you can get to building in no time. I could see some seriously wild tracks coming out of this if I put my mind to it. There's probably only one other negative to mention, but it's pretty nitpicky for how good the game is otherwise. I wish they'd put a store in the game with every car available to purchase with coins. The blind box rewards are pretty hit or miss and can give you duplicate cars, which can be annoying, but I've also had some good luck with a few of them, so I'm not complaining too much about it. You can of course buy blind boxes with your coins or any of the 5 rotating cars that are made available, but you'll earn blind boxes as you race, so none of this is necessary to get more cars. And to my surprise, there were no microtransactions in the game either. Another gold star. I don't think I've had this much fun with a game for a long time. I mean, seriously, I can't say enough to praise this game. The racing is just downright enjoyable, and the gameplay is stupidly simple. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I haven't encountered a single bug yet, which I can't say about any other new game I've played this year. If you have any interest at all in racing games, go buy this game as soon as this video is over, because for every gamer, not just busy gamers, Hot Wheels Unleashed is time definitely well spent.